everyone, and welcome back to Littlewood. So, yesterday, had some problems with OBS. It didn't want to work. I'm really hoping it works today, because if not, I don't know how to fix OBS. So I'm gonna be really sad if it doesn't want to work with me. Hi, Rusty! If for some odd reason OBS decides that it's going to crap out on me again, I think I'm just going to switch to the PlayStation, because I was so sad last night that I couldn't do a stream. I was just like, I want to play something. So, like I said, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed it wants to work. Littlewood is like a less intense game. So I'm hoping that, like, less intense on the system, so I'm really hoping that it will work out better. Dear Rose, just wanted to let you know that I crafted my first wooden plank. Have you made, how many have you crafted, Dalton? Dear Rose, Willow keeps, baking me cookies. They're so delicious, but they might be the death of me, Dudley. Heroic merits, interesting. Dear Rose, golden bells are my favorite fruit. If you ever want to give me a gift, that's the thing to get, Laura. I don't know if that really makes a difference or not, but maybe. Dear Rose, keep up the great work. This town is very adequate for me. Oh my gosh. Freaking Bubsy. Dear Rose, I feel kind of bad. Yesterday Dalton asked if I could teach him how to cast Fireball, but I accidentally set his hair on fire. Oh no, Lilith. It's interesting the stuff that they'll randomly send me. It's like, oh, I lit his hair on fire. Here's some money. I visited the museum today. You've donated over 70 items already? Great job, Laura. Ooh, we'll try this. We'll try this. She wants to gather 6 items. Buy 3 onions. Who is that? Is that Mel? That's Mel. Oh, it's dark! This is also confusing. Was I really this dark wizard that everyone keeps talking about? Did I cause all of that destruction? Did I harm all of those people? You're the hero everyone keeps talking about, right? Perhaps together we can discover what really happened in our troubled pasts. Hi, Candy! It looks like it's working. You won't ever catch me mining in those horrendous dust caverns. That magic dust just gets everywhere. Also, that Toad fellow gives me the creeps. Toad's cool! Not a huge fan of Bubsy. Bubsy's a little too, uptight. I'm honestly kind of curious if it's Slime Rancher. Because, oh, I don't have that. Yesterday I saw a Gobby trying to eat a chair. Gobbies may not be as sophisticated as other folks in Solemn, but they sure are the cutest. Because I messed with all the settings, and then I put them all back because I was like, I don't want to... It was like, it was optimized perfectly, like, I didn't want to mess with it. So I just put everything back, and I honestly think because Slime Rancher took up like 50% of my, my processing. I'm drawing a blank right now, it's been a very long day. But it took up a lot, and I think that might have been why it wasn't running properly. So, could be, could not be, who knows. I won't know until I try streaming Slime Rancher again. My gosh. Minecraft gave you a hard time for a while? Yeah, I didn't want to down the FPS because I was like, if I put it too low, then it's just going to be crappy no matter what. Dalton. Hey, did you ever find your old magic sword? It was so much cooler than my regular sword. Ah, shucks. Now I miss going on adventures again. Okay, I'm gonna talk to him. Remember when Dalton tried to wield that greatsword? He could barely lift it up. I think he just wanted to impress you, Rose. So it's funny because, like, my sister and her husband really love, like, Renaissance fairs and stuff, and one year at one of the Ren fairs, I got a sword, only to find out that my arms are slightly too short for the sword. Also, I forgot to read his first line of dialogue, but anywho. You have many talents, Rose. I will one day find mine. Yeah, my arm span is a little too short for the sword that I have, so I have to like try extra hard to unsheath the sword. It's very, very humorous watching me try to do that. Hey there, Rose. So, do you like anyone in Littlewood? I mean, like? Why is that always the term? Like, especially when you're like a kid, it's just like? It's like saying it twice, it's just like, you get my meaning? I hear the Grand Library is filled with many books on Solemn's history. Not anymore. I wonder if people will one day read about Littlewood in a history book. Possibly. Do I have anything to sell? Yes, we have weeds. Which for some odd reason is like one of the highest priced currencies. I can't explain it. Okay, come on, Mel. I almost got lost in the endless forest yesterday. I came across a... I came across a cute bee monster and an odd wizard guy. She met Beeford! I'm never not going to be excited about Beeford. He's like my favorite character. I need a Beeford. I need like a plush or something. I crochet. I should make a plush of Beeford. Oh, we're going to hang out? Yeah, you're coming with me. Hi, Dudley. Hey there, Rose. It sure is a lovely day here in Littlewood. That building over there? Is it new? I've been building a lot. It's okay, Dudley. I hardly recognize the town. So, I think, yeah, this is farming. What constitutes gathering? I'm probably gonna need to go to the forest. And I think I still need to build Dark a house. Build mode? Object. Oh no, I don't have the option to move him in yet. Oh, well. I guess that's that. I'll move him in when I have the, his house plan ready. Okay, so let's go to the forest, because I know that there's a lot of, like, gatherables. Okay, guess we'll pay that. Endless forest! But yeah, so taking a polygraph exam is not like they make it look in the movies. It's very interesting. I definitely hope I don't have to take another one anytime soon, because it was like really, really nerve-wracking. But at the same time, like I said, I almost fell asleep. And I was like, I told him, I was like, I'm sorry, like, I was like, I started to drift off. And he was just like, yeah, he's like, towards the end I could kind of see your, you know, your answers were taking a little longer, like your responses. I was like, I'm sorry. I was like, I was concentrating so hard on just like staying calm and just like, it's okay, like don't be nervous, that, yeah, just got a little sleepy. That's just regular workers. It's fine, I guess. But yeah, now I'm like I think I'm the only person I know that's actually taken a polygraph. 10 out of 10, do not recommend. I think that's it. So let's actually leave the forest. And then I think I completed Mel's. And then let's go to the dust caverns to see if I can actually get a piece of the thing I can't pronounce. If I knew where I was walking. Dust caverns? Thirsty? Okay, I only have 4 plate bricks. Double amount of dust when mining. And then there's like these things. Oh, so you can purchase those. Oh. Yeah, I never pay attention to those. I have news. I don't know how to deal with those things. Like, they're just kind of there. Okay, so maybe we can start buying some of the good things. Also, yeah, when you take somebody with you, you get like little perks. So I'm like getting like, see, she'll find dewdrops and stuff. So it works out. It works out for everyone. She wanted to hang out. A dragon fossil? That sounds cool. Do I know what the bird's for? Absolutely not. I should go to bed. Return home. I always try to drop off my followers, like, outside. Oh, it's Saturday. I need to go, bricks. Weed sell for 5 more dewdrops, 2 trees. I never do these, but I feel like I just need to buy them all anyway. Ooh, look at that! Our town, she's growing. Okay, so that'll show like how many of each perk I've bought. Cool. I need to start planting more trees and whatnot. Okay, what is that? Pick 5 fruits while hanging out with Willow. Collect 8 peach cots. Okay, so the next time I see a bunch of fruit on the trees, I need to hang out with Willow. Oh, did I? Oh, wait. Does Ash not live here yet? I don't think Ash lives here yet. No, he does. I just completely missed him. Oops. Whoopsies. Dear Rose, hooray! You reached level 30 in mining. Keep up the great work. Mel? Dear Rose, I've already made adjustments to my life here in Littlewood. I am looking forward to my future here as a proud knight, or whatever else I decide to be. Tarek? Dear Rose, getting outside and being in nature is good for the soul. Make sure you get outside a lot, Rose. Mel. Cool. He wants 1 plain brick. I could probably do that. Yeah, I'm just kind of like going through the talking audio, just well, dialogue, just because it's a little annoying. Okay, we can give her the special item. Pip the Lumberjack. Oh, hello there. His eyes are so wide, it looks like he's mainlining caffeine. I am Pip, greatest lumberjack in all of Solemn. I've been watching you from within the woods. Your town is coming along very nicely, and all of your townsfolk, they all seem nice too. Say, what do you think of getting more land? Some of these trees bordering your town could be cut down, giving you more space to build things. My axe is very sharp, so what do you say? I'll start chopping for a small fee of 10,000 dewdrops. I don't have that kind of money. I love how Tarek's little cloak looks like he's got like a tail or something. I don't have a brick? Wow, I have like nothing. Greetings, Rose. I had another duel this morning. It was with one of those wretched dragon wasps. Luckily, Sir Dalton had a unique weapon that captured and subdued the fiend. A net? I now see why you chose him to accompany you on your great quest. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he just had like a net. But so far it looks like the game's not like lagging or anything. Yeah. As long as you place flowers near each other with plenty of empty space, they have a chance to breed new flowers. Interesting. I never was good at flower breeding, even in like the Oh look! We got a book! Yeah, even in like Animal Crossing, I'm horrible about flower breeding. I love riding whirlybugs. They can go really high up in the air. I love the whirlybugs too. I don't understand people who don't like them. The whirlybugs are just so stinking cute. Yesterday I was in the Dust Cavern trying to tame a wild womper. I'm pretty good with animals, you know. I can usually get them to like me, but not those wompers. I really want to be friends with one. Because our boy here, he's special but crazy. And you know what? I'm just going to sell some of this because I don't need that much. Okay, so we have some ores around. I can't tell if I've just been nervous today, if I'm getting sick, or I like ate something really acidic because the back of my throat hurts like so bad. Am I getting sick? I can't afford to get sick right now. I have too many things going. Could it be the stress? Could be the stress. Hi, Eris! You missed it. I was talking about the polygraph exam I had to take today. It was interesting. I stayed up all night crafting. Whew, it's hard work. Here, you can have the ones that actually came out good. Oh, sweet! I got bricks. Ghost fruit. Do I have any? I have no ghost fruit. I'm sorry, chicken. No, it's for a job that I applied for. It's not like it looks in the movies. Like it's a different beast. You're always complimenting me and asking if I'm happy. I sure am. But are you happy, Rose? Why the loaded questions today, Dudley? You know what? Have you ever had somebody ask you, like, oh, how are you doing? And then all of a sudden your brain, like, fritzes out because normally you'd be like, oh, I'm fine, how are you? But, like, every now and then you actually, like, want to say something, you're like, wait, that's not how we have these conversations. You, me, and Dalton made a pretty good team back in the day. Your magic sword fighting skills and my wind magic archery could defeat any monster. Dalton helped too, I guess. Oh no, and like weddings are already kind of like an awkward place. So it's like when you say something sort of off at a wedding, like I feel like it gets a lot more attention. Oh dang it, I'm too impatient. Yeah, I'm so worried about like saying the wrong thing. I'm just like, oh, probably shouldn't have said that. Social etiquette is... Social etiquette is very strange. Because people ask you genuine questions, yet you're not expected to give a genuine answer. You're just supposed to, like, say something like, oh yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, certain settings and stuff is like I'll try to make sure that I say things right, and then like today, because they'll ask you point blank, like, have you ever done this? Have you ever done this? Have you ever done this? And you're just like, and this was like without being hooked up to the machines, but then it'll like some of the things will come back like in the questions they ask you. And they're like, yeah, just yes or no. Like, don't answer, you know, yeah, maybe. And it's hard because it's like everything's black and white to them, and you're just like, like, it's hard because things are like on a spectrum. They asked me, one of the questions that got me the most, have you ever done anything dishonest? I'm like, hasn't everyone done something dishonest at least once in their life? Like, my little guilty soul just wants to say, yes, I've done dishonest things, but they're looking more for, like crimes and such. Like, yeah, they're looking for specific things, but my guilty little soul was just like, I've done so many dishonest things, but it's not like tax evasion or anything. So, like, I struggled with the whole process. Oh. I purchased a pig. But yeah, if you are like nervous, they get like your baseline so that they can tell how you're feeling, and it's like if you have like an elevated heart rate or something like that. But if that's like your normal throughout the whole thing, they kind of ignore that. But then it's like when you're lying, it's like you can't sometimes feel your own response. So I'm like, I don't know. Like, I answered this, but am I feeling something different? Like, how did this work? The whole thing just made me kind of a nervous wreck. And then after that, it was pouring rain. Like, it was so freaking wet outside. And then I had to run out in the rain and go over to the HR department and go get my paper for my drug test. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, it's been a day. And then, of course, I woke up at like 5, so I'm tired. Which is also probably why I almost fell asleep during the polygraph exam. I was just glad that he wasn't like, oh, like, you're not taking it seriously because you almost fell asleep. He's like, it happens. He's like, I won't go as far as saying it's normal, but it happens. Are you talking about the Whomper sounds or the fact that I bought a pig? The Whompers do sound like pigs. Like, I'm sitting here, like, listening to them, and they sound like little pigs. It's kind of cute. It's these guys. It's the little Whompers. Wave caverns. I want to go in here and see if there's anything good. Ooh! Really, game? It spawned me right next to a Whomper. Like, they bite, and they make you pass out. Oh, that was not worth it. Well, then again, if I pass out, I'll just go, like, right back home. Can I risk it? Well, that worked out perfectly. Okay, and like I always just drop him off in front of my house. Like, yeah, you can find your way home. Okay, there we go. I think I talked to almost everyone. Hardly leveled up anything. An onion. I have one onion. I'm gonna skip that for now. Dear Rose, truly magnificent. Level 45 in merchanting is quite the feat. Congratulations, Tarek. Dear Rose, I visited the museum today. You've donated over 80 items already. Right on, Ash. Okay, so since there's a bunch of fruit, there are a lot of pretty flowers that grow in solemn. I heard okay, yeah, I get it. They're like, we need you to start planting flowers. And I'm like, yeah. See, I have to harvest 5 fruits, I think, with her. And then just harvest all the food. I really wish, like, the carrots and stuff. The carrots don't sell for nearly the price that the weeds do. I'm like, really? Like, who Who's buying all these weeds, and why are they buying them for so much money? My goodness, like, all of my trees decided to decided to, like, bear fruit at the same time. My stomach's growling. I had salad for lunch, and my stomach's it's not having any of it. Okay, do I want to bother talking to people? I really should actually just do a bunch of crafting. But I will be right back. I think I hear my bread machine going off, which means my loaf of bread is ready. No, not wheat. No, not wheat. Weeds. Like weeds. Surprisingly, they get the most money. I don't know why. That was good wordplay, though. But yeah, I don't know why. Like, straight up weeds that you just, like, pull out of the ground. But let me go check on the bread real quick.
Okay, I am back. Sorry about that. Yeah, my whole house smells like fresh bread and pot roast. Which honestly I feel is
infinitely more appealing than like the scent of like a candle or something. It smells so darn good, and now I'm hungry. But the bread did not want to come out of the little, it's like a basket thing that you put in the bread machine where it mixes it all up. But yeah, it didn't want to come out. And then, for some odd reason, every time I make a loaf of bread, the top, like, sinks in. And I can't figure out why. Like, I do the recipe exactly like it calls for, and for some odd reason, it just wants to be flat. So, like, the sides are really tall, but the center of it dips down, like, almost an inch. It's just a basic white bread. Yeah. Nothing fancy or special. Just a kind of everyday utility bread. My husband likes it, and that's what I've used. Like, I make garlic bread and stuff with it. So, just a plain Jane loaf of bread. But yeah, I can't figure out, because I'm like, I'm using the right yeast. I'm using, like, the right setting, because it's not like the bread machine goes for like a 1 pound loaf or a 2 pound loaf, and the recipe I use is for a 2 pound loaf, and that's what's happening. But every single time it just has this like crater in the middle of it. Okay, well, now that I have to go to sleep, I'm gonna go give the brick to Tarek. Stop growling, stomach. Salad is a food. Thanks, Rose. Oh no! I didn't realize that giving something to someone made you pass out. What? How did... I guess because it's an action? Like, oh, that... No! And look at that! It took up so much of my energy for the day. That bites. Well, dang it. Oh, I only have 1 thing of corn. I'm sorry, Piggy! I'm sorry, him's pigginess. That's what we call my dog. Yeah, funny enough, that's my dog's nickname. I keep trying to sell my dirt statues at the marketplace, but no one wants to buy them. Oh good, Bubsy's not around. I don't know why, Bubsy just bugs me so much worse than the rest of them. Hello, Rose. You're looking bright and healthy today. I feel like that's like such a genuine compliment for somebody to say you look bright and healthy. It's funny, when I stopped wearing makeup, everyone at work was just like, are you okay? Are you feeling good? Are you sick? I'm like, I'm perfectly healthy and fine. I'm just not wearing makeup anymore. My favorite quest that we did was hunting that huge basilisk near Glaive. You'd think a city made of gold would have more brave knights and wizards. We were the only ones willing to take on the challenge. Yeah, no, not me. I hate snakes. Snakes are just ugh. Potato. I got potatoes to spare. What is this? Did I check on this cow? Yeah, that cow wants corn. Okay, let's sell some carrots. I've got carrots aplenty. If you go to the cafe, you can also make some pretty easy side money. So let's... Okay, and then... There we go. Works just fine. Hi, Xana. What should I do today? Do I have enough, material? Jeez, you want 8? And just like that, I'm out of magic wood. love the whirly bugs. They're so cute. And it's funny because I don't like spiders either. Like snakes and spiders are just it's no go for me. But the whirly bugs are just too cute. I want that little weed. Ah, see, like every time I see one of these, I almost miss it. But this is almwood, which is completely different. There we go. Just go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. I wonder if I can use the second one yet. I am curious. Leave the forest. No, I need level 30 in wood cutting. What is my level? 27! Gosh dang it. No! Hi, JD! I missed you. Back to Littlewood before I pass out. How are you? Besides having one annoying coworker. Gotta go to bed before I pass out. So did you actually work today? Oh, okay. Oh no! I'm sorry. It's been like so... It rained today. It was actually supposed to snow, but it rained. Oh, speaking of rain, it's raining in the game. Yeah, it rained, and it was just so, like, cold. Because you know how you have, like, warm rain, and then you have cold rain? Like, it was freezing cold. So I was running around town with my, like, oversized jacket, just like, that's so cold. Dear Rose, everyone can't stop talking about how good your food is in the tavern. Great job on getting level 20 in cooking. Hash, a motato. Okay, so there's more of these. I'm actually curious if I met that one. Oh, sweet! Compliment the townsfolk 10 times. Collect Deluca coins and collect a meteorite. Okay, well, that should be interesting. So what sort of errands did you do? I ran errands too, because I didn't have carrots or potatoes for the roast, but I wanted them, even though we just went to the store on like Tuesday. So I had to go to a different store, and I was like, I'm just gonna pick up potatoes and carrots, and then I picked up some other stuff that I didn't need. Never go to the store when you're like slightly hungry. It's a bad idea. The only thing I have left to sell is the grassy path, but I'm not using too much of it. Oh, there's a gobby down there! I love them, they're so cute. Bobby, Bobby! Oh, they're adorable. Is everyone afraid of rain in this town? Like, there's nobody outside. And I'm just like, tra-la-la-la-la. My hands are stiff from this morning polygraph, so I'm just like, I keep accidentally clicking that button. Okay, let's go. Jeez, you want so much. Okay, let's go back to the Endless Forest so I can do some more wood cutting. They tell you at the end, like he asked, he's like, so, what questions do you feel you struggled with? And I was like, well, I have a feeling, like, I think I struggled with this one a little bit. It was like, aside, because I told him, he asked, have you ever said anything in anger that you regret? And because he went over all the questions with me before we actually started the official, like, you're strapped in polygraph. And he went over all the questions, and one of them was, you know, have you ever said anything in anger that you regret? And I said, yes, sometimes I have arguments with my husband, and, you know, I say some things that I probably shouldn't have, and I regret it. And so, like, that was the modified question, was, aside from your husband, have you ever said anything in anger that you regret? And I was like, in my head I'm thinking, I've had some awful fights with my sister, and I feel bad about them, but I don't necessarily regret what I said, because I meant it at the time. The one that got me, the one question that he actually was like, he's like, you had pretty good, your body had a response to this one. And it wasn't technically enough that he was just like, oh, by the way, you're like blatantly lying. He was like, it came back as inconclusive, which means that I had an issue with it when I was thinking about it, which was, have you ever committed an undetected felony? The one question that I flubbed up on was, have you ever committed an undetected felony? And I was like, I've never committed a felony. Yeah, I was thinking about, have I ever committed a felony? I was like, I don't think so. Yeah, that's the question that got me. But I passed after I explained it to him. It's like, but that's the one that got me nervous. Well, that's the hard thing, is because you have to answer yes or no. Like, there's no yeah, or maybe, or, like, kind of. Like, you have to say yes or no. And then some of them, me, guilty little soul, you know, like, have you ever done anything dishonest? Everyone's done something dishonest, but they're looking for, like, major things, like, have you committed fraud? And I'm like, and then it was like, have you ever lied to make yourself look better? I'm like, hasn't everyone? I'm like, so I was, like, struggling with those. It's like, I mean, yes, but, like, I couldn't even think of any, like, examples. He's like, oh, like, can you tell me, like, an example of this? I'm like, no, because I'm like, I just feel like I can't say that I've never done that. I feel like I was, like, honest to a fault because I was just, like, so worried. And then I told this to Candy. Oh, mysterious visitor. We're having a cutscene here. Well, and it's like, I'm sitting there and I'm like, you know, are you a good person? I would like to think so. Like, how do you objectively answer that? Like, I felt almost like, he's like, and don't worry. He's like, you're worried about humble bragging, but if you're a good person, you're a good person. I'm like, but I've done bad things. Except no examples came to mind. Okay, we got that for gathering. We're at level 30 woodcutting? That means I have a second whirlybug. Yeah. Yeah. I was just, like, so worried and, like, paranoid. And I'm like, oh, it's fine. And then, so you have these two, like, there are really weird sensors, but you have these two sensors, like, strapped across you. One across the top of your chest and one, like, by your ribs, because they're monitoring your chest breathing and your abdominal breathing. And the one on my chest was a little snug, so if I even tried to take a remotely deep breath, it would kind of, like, pinch me in the sides. So I was, like, trying to breathe shallow so I didn't pinch myself. But also at the same time, like, I was trying to take deep breaths to, like, calm myself. Because I'm like, I am stressed. I'm just trying to calm down. And yeah. Which led to me almost falling asleep. I I was like, what does that say about me if I can fall asleep during a polygraph exam? Like, I was trying to keep my breathing so even that it was like rhythmic, and then the floor was white, and the walls were like this really pale color, and the ceiling was white too. So it was like that like overly clinical setting, and so my brain just started zoning out. Like he's like, because he was sitting behind me, so he's like, okay, focus on the wall. Like, he's like, just pick a point and stare at the wall. He's like, don't move your head or anything, like, don't move around. So I found a spot, and then I would just zone out because there was so much just white expanse that, yeah, I completely started to fall asleep. He's like, yeah, your responses started to slow down a little. I was like, I'm so sorry. That was in my third round of questioning. Because you'll go through 4. And I'm just like, I'm so sorry. It's like, I don't know why I'm so sleepy. He's like, you know, he's like, it's okay. I'm the same way when I take polygraphs. I'm like, cool. At least I'm not the only one. And once again, he's like, I can't say that it's necessarily normal, but it happens often enough that it's not abnormal. I'm like, good to know. Hi, Ash. Littlewood has a really nice tavern. I could eat there all day. Wait, you're the cook? Right on. If I'm the cook, they rarely get food. Right on, you're just good at everything, huh? Okay, I want to hang out with him again, because I like him. Wait, that was a compliment. No. Come with me. But yeah, I just get too nervous. I think, because he's the one that I'm dating on my own playthrough, I'm thinking maybe Maximilian. Maximilian's pretty darn cute. All these things are really expensive, so, guess we're gonna go to the mines? Go collect some dark matter? Max has this, like, boyish charm that I feel is pretty endearing. Why do you keep spawning me in right around all of the friggin' Whompers? But yeah, it's definitely an experience and a half. But I'm the only person I know who's been through one. Not even my stepmom, who worked for dispatch for years. She didn't even have to take one. Hadrian the Gladiator. That's an intimidating name. It's trying to bite me! Yeah, it was an interesting day. And then, like I said, I had to go do my drug test after that. Yeah, it was a close call. Which, if you've never had to do a substance test, it's really awkward. Like, it wasn't full on like parole, like they have to watch you, but like, man, it was still not comfortable. JD, are you bad? Is that why you had to do it? You had to have a hair test done? They're not lucky. All they had to do was the urine test. Yeah, some of the questions though, I'm like, and I told Candy this morning, I was like, I'm the type of person who going through TSA, like, I could have like absolutely no like nothing wrong whatsoever. Like, everything's good. I don't have any weapons, nothing. Like, I'm not even carrying like hairspray. And for some odd reason, my brain's like, but what if we had a pound of cocaine in our bag? Like, what if? Like, what if somebody like smuggled something into your bag? Or like, what if you brushed up against somebody who had like traces of it? Like, what? Like, my brain is just so absolutely ridiculous. And I'm so paranoid. I'm like, I didn't do anything wrong. I'm a good girl, I promise. Yeah. biggest eater. Oh no! Alright, cool guy. Let's settle this once and for all. So you got my note. I'm surprised you had the guts to even show up. Yeah, I got your note, and I came here feeling rather hungry. You got your bag full of 50 slime apples? I got them all right here, buddy. Well then, let's eat! Oh no. Yeah, seriously! That is the face of determination. I don't feel so good. How? I can't even push myself to go past 20. No one can defeat me! Oh my gosh. Friggin' Dalton's a trip. But yeah. And then I had to tell him, I was like, by the way, it's like I have a little bit of like white coat syndrome. Like, I just get really nervous when I'm around like official people, and then he was just like, well, I'm not a doctor, so it's okay. I'm like, no, you're a bit more important than a doctor. But it passed! Other than the one little snag. Yeah, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, really? Of all the things to trip me up. An undetected felony. There were surprisingly few questions, too. I thought it was going to be, like, a larger panel of questions, but no. No, it was pretty simple. I think there were only, like, 6 or 7 questions? But I had to be asked the questions 3 times, because they need, like, they need you to have multiple responses and stuff. No. I am, like, literally the least likely person to do anything remotely illegal. So, have you, got your eyes on anyone here in Littlewood? I'm just glad I have a place where I can meet new people. It can get lonely down in the caverns. Well, you know what? I like you. Huh? You think the dust makes me look strong and rugged? Hey, you're coming with me. I love how at any given point I can just hijack a townsperson. Be like, hey, you're coming with me. One thing that is a little suspicious is that I know a lot about forensics. Like, I took forensics in high school and I've kind of, like, kept up with, you know, different techniques and whatnot of, you know, examination. I'm like, I promise I'm no criminal mastermind. I just happen to know a lot about it. And just buy things. I surprised the absolute heck out of the girl who does the fingerprints, because 9 of my fingerprints are the exact same patterns. Like, it's the, I have looping arches. So 9 of them are all the same. They're all looping arches. My left thumb has a different, print pattern. So she actually, like, after she got done scanning my fingerprints, she pulled it up and was, like, looking at it. She's like, oh my gosh, that's so cool! I'm like, yeah, I have a wonky thumb. Which I found that out in forensics class in high school. It's very strange. Like, it's just an odd little quirk I wasn't expecting. Huh. Yeah, I have 9 looping arches, and then my left thumb is a double loop whirl. Just a little special weirdo. Okay, that I'm not gonna bother with until I get, like, more stuff planted. Yeah, the double loop whirl is actually, like, pretty interesting to look at. And then so the way that we did it in forensics class, like, we did 10 cards, like, straight up ink and it's like a thin little apparatus that has this, like, chain of paper that goes through it, and you have to print, like, do the rolling prints. Yeah, there's been... I think, is it over here? Oh, okay. It is over here. I have a folder with all my paperwork that I've had to fill out, and you know what all they wanted? Birth certificate, driver's license, social security card, marriage certificate, transcripts, high school and college, waiver to check my credit, a release of information, a pre-employment consent to a drug test, a background and driving record. I had to get my fingerprints done. I had to take a polygraph test. I had to take a substance test. I had a 2-hour face-to-face interview. I had an initial interview that was a panel interview, so 3 people interviewed me at the same time. Yeah, it's been a very intense process. Yeah. Yeah, it's not a fun process by any means, and the coordinator who I worked with, she was just like, yeah, we lose a lot of people at this point in the proceedings because most people don't want to deal with paperwork. Let's go woodcutting. But yeah, a lot of people don't want to deal with the paperwork because it's just a lot. Honestly, the first time... Oh, I've completely forgot, because there was also an additional part of the process, the very beginning, where you had to fill out references, and, like, it's a personal history questionnaire. So they wanted to know what high school I went to, what my GPA was, what college I went to, how long did I go to college, what my GPA was, what classes I took. They wanted to know every house I've lived in since I was 15 years old. My parents moved a lot, so it's been a lot. They wanted to know my financials. They wanted to know my monthly expenses. They wanted to know my debt history. They wanted 6 references with addresses, phone numbers, the whole spiel. They wanted all my husband's information, where he works, everything about him, everything about me. They wanted to know my parents' information, my step-parents' information, my siblings' information. They wanted every piece of information on me. I'm pretty sure I don't have any secrets from them. Yeah, they want to know every move I've made in my entire life. And to be able to pass all the background checks and everything with, nothing coming up means I have to have done nothing in my life. At all. Nothing came up on my background. I have 1 speeding ticket. That is the worst thing that came up on my background check, is I have a speeding ticket. I know, they're just ignoring all the grotesque, undetected felonies. It's I was literally in this interview process called delightfully boring. Because I've done nothing, and I'm young, so my background was, really fast. They're just like, oh, yeah, you've done, nothing, you're good. I've never done any recreational drugs. I've never abused prescription medications. I had a 4.016 in high school. I had a 3.85 in college. I didn't do anything. I am the epitome of, the good child. Oh, it's a tree. That's what it is. Well, okay, so long as you're not, actively, doing acid or anything, it's pretty easy to pass.
drop him off. And actually, I think this might be our last day. So I'm gonna sleep. Oh, look at it! Okay, well, I think this is going to be the last day on this episode. Thank you everyone so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to my whinging about having to take a polygraph exam. But I will be back tomorrow with another episode of my Discord Member's Choice. And until then, I hope everyone has a fantastic evening. And I hope to see you then. Bye!